With it being the bye week, I want to make this video on why the Blue Jackets are playing so well this year. I've seen a bunch of stuff online about how are the Jackets doing so well. They lost Panarin, they lost Bobrovsky, they lost Duchesne, they lost Dzingel. Even though those last two were rentals, we've never ever counted rentals as a loss before. Why are we doing it now? Don't know. They have all of the injuries. They found Elvis out of nowhere. They found Kevy out of nowhere. They just keep getting people to play incredibly well for them. How are they doing it? So I'll make this video, and the answer is spite. Plain and simple. You have the people that have been there for years, like Atkinson and Foligno and Borkstrand and Jenner and Jones and Orensky and Savard, some talented players. All those guys heard was the Blue Jackets are going to suck. They're going to be at the bottom of the league. They're going to be for the lottery. They're all good hockey players. They all can hold their own. And so they wanted to go out and prove the people saying that they're going to suck wrong. And then the Jackets brought in their draft picks that Jarmo's done a great job drafting through the years. And Benstrom and Texlier and Gavrikov and Elvis. They brought them in and went, look it. We're supposed to suck this year. So if you suck, who cares? But if you play great, you're going to prove all of them wrong. Might as well play great. And then the injuries started happening. And then the call-ups came up and they're like, here's your shot. You can take the spot. There's open spots on this roster. Anybody can come in and out of the roster because it's so new. And it's supposed to suck. Take your shot. Prove you're better than them. And so they've came in and they've played and they've tried their hardest and they've won hockey games. So there's one way the Jackets are successful. Another way is they're playing as a team. One of the things that happened this offseason is they lost Panarin and brought in Nyquist. And everybody was saying, well, you're not replacing Panarin, but Nyquist can do part of the job. You have to get contributions from everybody else. Yes, that is true. However, when they play as a team, like they did in 16 and 17 and went on a 16-game winning streak, they didn't have Panarin. They had Brandon Saad. Nyquist throughout his career has been about that consistent 50-point player, which is about what Saad is. And so, you take Saad out, you plug Nyquist in, basically the same Jackets team. You have Jones on the back end, you have Bob and net, but you have two goalies who are really capable of doing it, and you have one who for the past couple of years has learned under Bob of how to play the game in Corpy, and you have another in Elvis who just has the natural talent and has proven himself time after time, carrying Latvia in the World Championships and all these tournaments that Latvia and he's carrying them to the next round because they don't have that forward talent. He's playing great in the net. So the pieces that are going in and out and changing for each other are comparable to each other. Goaltending's a little worse, but defense is a little bit better. So the whole playing as a team thing, proving people wrong, and you keep plugging people in, they just go into that team set. Okay, first line has an off night, second line picks it up. Oh no, the fourth line has to score this night. It's fine, everybody gets playing time, everybody's scoring goals, and they're winning as a team. But none of that would be capable if it wasn't for Jarmo's scouting. At the end of every season, their teams do exit interviews. And one of the questions always asked Jarmo is, who should we be looking out for? And he always comes up with a name that we've never heard of because he's really good at spotting talent and he's taught his scouts on how to pick up talent. It is paying off for the Jackets in dividend. Some of the people Jarmo has picked in the NHL throughout his career. When he was with Ottawa, he found Jason Spezza, Ray Emery, Antoine Vermette, and Marian Hossa. Those are some names Jarmo went, and found them. And the teams developed those players that he found really well. When he was with St. Louis, he found David Backes, David Perron, TJ Oshie, Alex Pietrangelo, more guys that he went like, you are going to be good one day, told the teams about him, and with St. Louis, he was the assistant GM, and he helped pin in a way to develop these players for the future. And when he comes to Columbus, he told his scouts and he put in a development strategy on how to get these players to the NHL one day and be successful for their team. And one of the final pieces on how this team is playing so well is Torch as the coach. Most people know Torch from his time in New York and Vancouver when he didn't like the media and he would always blow off and go off on people and stuff. He still does that every once in a while, but he's changed a lot. He said when he first got to Columbus that he looked in the mirror after his time in Vancouver and went, That's not me. I don't want to be that person. And he's changed. And there have been many times in his time with Columbus where he could have exploded and gone off and said that refs screwed us and the NHL sucks and blown off on members of the media, but he hasn't, except for the one time that was super valid. But what he's done is he's instilled the team mentality, and he's brought the guys together, and he's like, this is how you're supposed to play this way, you'll be successful. Now, does he do everything correct? No, he treats some players differently, and most people think Duclair and Torts hate each other. They don't. They like each other a lot. So while in the media, it looks like Torts may not like certain players, and he says some stuff about certain players, he just wants the best out of every single player. And he currently happens to be getting that from his players. They're giving it their all. They're trying their hardest. They want to win hockey games. And they're all enjoying it, doing it together. But also putting in with that stuff of growing and building and nurturing and stuff. Jarmo knows when he has to make the trade. He knows when he has to get Saad. He knows when he has to get rid of Saad for Panarin. He knows when to trade up in the draft. He knows when to trade down in the draft. He knows when to pick PLD over Paul Harvey, even though everybody was saying Paul Harvey. So a lot of this Jacket success is Jarmo based, a little bit of spite, and teamwork. So hopefully this video helps you out. You know a little bit more about the Jackets and why they're successful. It's not an overnight thing. It's not getting lucky on a few picks. It's been work and some hard times getting some good draft picks. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later.